Silicon Valley is coming back step by step. There's optimism about hiring in Seattle, and the iPod is definitely coming to the enterprise. I'm Mark Pfeffer, and this is the Dice News Update for Friday, November 12th, 2010. So the recovery has all of the legs of, say, a wounded duck. But Silicon Valley is starting to come back step by step. The Business Forecasting Center at the University of the Pacific says that the valley is likely to recover faster than the rest of Northern California. In fact, the center says that the San Jose area is the only area in Northern California that's clearly recovering. It forecasts job growth of 3% both in 2011 and 2012. Meanwhile, the UC San Diego extension says 4 of the top 10 best jobs for college graduates are in IT. The 4 are healthcare IT, mobile media, data mining, and embedded engineering. Okay, so let's go north now to Seattle. Businesses there are starting to feel pretty optimistic about next year. In fact, they're feeling so good that some people in the Chamber of Commerce, which conducted a survey of 1,200 area businesses, were surprised. But then some say that Washington State has reasons to be optimistic. While the state lost about 6% of its jobs during the recession, Idaho and Oregon each lost about 8.2%, and California lost 9%. So 41% of Seattle's businesses say that they will probably add employees next year. Only about 8% say they expect to let jobs go. And the new jobs, most of them will be in companies with between 6 to 100 employees. Where are the jobs going to be? Well, one of the most optimistic centers is technology, in this case IT and gaming. Others are human services, international trade, and food, beverage, and retail. Are you one of the people that for some reason don't like the idea of the iPad in the enterprise? I'm sorry, but I have some bad news for you. The mobile services company Boxtone surveyed IT executives at about 800 companies, the Baltimore Sun tells us, and 75% of them roughly expect to deploy iPads in the next year. About 25% of them expect to do that almost immediately, and roughly 50% expect to deploy their own iPad apps in the next 12 months. So I have 2 words for you: mobile applications. I did a search on Dice and found about 2,000 job postings listed under that phrase. That's it for this week. Kat Miller's going to be back on Wednesday with another edition of DiceTV, and I'll be back on Friday. Until then, I'm Mark Pfeffer, the managing editor of Dice News, and we now return you to your regular desktop.